the thing for men is you set the atmosphere in the house. When you walk in the afternoon and you had a bad day at work, and the first thing you do is you kick the dog, shout at the wife, and everything is just going downward, and straight away everybody's in the mood, no one wants to talk to you. There's an atmosphere, and everybody, even your pet, picks up on that atmosphere that you have just set when you walked into the house. And because of your identity that you have found in your workplace, or you seek your identity in your workplace, it will determine how you feel at the end of the day. It's, for example, success or failure. I determined every day, and this is something that I do every day on a regular basis. The other day is self-evaluate. So in the mornings I self-evaluate the night, like how many hours did I sleep. I check my watch, I check my heart, my oxygen levels, because sometimes it's really low, like in the 70s. And so I go through these things and I self-evaluate, and I think back to the previous night. What did I eat? What did I do? Was there any exercises? What time did I do the exercises? So you self-evaluate to see the consequences for your decisions, your actions. And so during the day, I would self-evaluate, even at work, where it was making decisions, whether to stop the plant or to, make a temporary fix and go and see if we can't do a permanent fix later on, and see how long this will, take a chance of running with this temporary fix. So there's a lot of things that, decisions that you make during the day, and a lot of them don't go your way. I always, my success or failure for a day was when I got into the car, or when I walked it started actually walking, or leaving the plant, because as you walk out, you see some lines running or some lines not running, and it hurts. You feel like you failed. You failed yourself, you failed the team, you failed the owner, you failed customers, because now you can't supply on the promised dates. So you have to tell them this is what happened. So on the way to the car already, I would start with that self-evaluation. I would start going through my day, look at conversations that I had and lashes out that I had, sometimes unnecessary. Sometimes I took on more responsibility or more workload on myself because I wanted to protect someone. So there's a lot of decisions that you make during the day, and you kind of want to outweigh the one, or outweigh the one over the other, and say it was a good day because there was more good things that happened in the day. But it's it's also not conducive. So I felt like a failure a lot of the times, especially when it's that time of the year where you need to start replacing parts, and so things starts breaking, and so you walk out, and if the machines didn't work, if you didn't meet your production target for the day, I felt like a failure. If if I did 999 things right and I did one thing wrong, that would have been my focus for that night. Would have been that one thing that I did wrong, and I would have forgotten all about the 999 things that I did right. And that's also wrong. The correct way of dealing with this, or dealing with that, is to look at that wrong thing that you've done, learn from it, see what the right thing is, and then to forget about it. Or not forget about it, but to then you've sorted it out. You have a predetermined heart of what you're going to do and how you're going to approach this the next time you go or face the same situation. So what I'm trying to say in this video is that as men, we use work as a channel to find our identity. And people at work start treating us in a different way, once promotion comes and all those things. And then we expect it from people at home. You start, my dad was in construction, and so he had a lot of guys just running around, doing, just doing everything. And so that's how we were as kids, like also just running around. But we tend to do those things as well. We do tend to bring those things home. And, if a family member embarrasses us in front of a co-worker or someone that knows who you are at work, then they are wrong, because they're not living up to your expectations. But that's also because you only live a certain way at work, and you're trying to force that into a different environment with family. These are not employees, they're your flesh and blood, and it's where you're supposed to humble yourself, go down to their level, always, even at work, go down to their level, sit with them on the floor, and learn from them what is important to them. They don't care about your financial status and the size of your car. They can watch Paw Patrol or something while you're driving. For them, it's whether it's a Taz or a SUV, it doesn't matter. So don't use work as a tool or a channel to find your identity, and don't allow it to determine whether you're a failure or whether you were a success, for the day. So in the next video, I think I should elaborate a little bit more on what, if not that, where do you find it, and what is required of you. What is your responsibilities now that you find, that when you find your true identity, how your responsibilities changes somewhat, and some takes more priority over others. And the very surreal one is this, that the most important person in your life is you. If you can't take care of yourself, then you can't take care of your family. So first of all, you need to take care of yourself. It's like those guys jumping, or when they talk about when the masks, the airplane falls down, and that you're always supposed to put it on first. Don't put on your wife's one first, put on yours first. So sort out. We'll talk about identity and challenges and breakthroughs, and not breakthroughs, but success and failures. How you define these things now in your life. And then you'll see what your identity will be, and then you'll find the identity that you always had, that you can just, those things that other people saw in you, when you went for the interview, they saw something in you. They saw your identity before you started working there. And how to get to that. So that's, I think that's what I want to talk about next week. I've made so many notes. I need to put them in order, and maybe just, maybe just put a link on or something and then share it with you, because I talk confusing sometimes. But anyway, that is it for today. I appreciate you guys, and thank you for watching. Till next time. Cheers.